with the winter season upon us, I'm waiting for the roads to get better and the snow to melt so I can get some spirited rear-wheel driving. But in the meantime, what's a guy to do? Well, for the past 10 years, I've been looking at this. Yes, and now recently it was replaced with video games. So here are my top 4 games that I play on my Xbox Series X. Some of them are carried over from my Xbox One. First up, Forza Motorsport. Now this game I had really high hopes for, but I really can't see why it's next gen and they couldn't release it on the Xbox One. Graphically, like, it's okay. Gameplay wise, it's very familiar to me with Forza 5 and Forza 6. So the cars are about the same. There's a few new ones that's been added in, but for the most part, gameplay is as predictable as those previous titles. So, and I wasn't around for all the big bug issues. I do like the game because it still has a first-person perspective and multiple other views. Game number 2 is Need for Speed Heat. I have not switched over to the Unbound. I don't like it. I don't like it from what I've seen. I don't like the art direction they went with. And of course you can turn it off, but it shouldn't be turned on to begin with. It's a complete departure to what I'm used to. And it's not that I'm afraid to try something new, but Need for Speed Heat gives me those nostalgia feelings of Most Wanted 05 and Carbon and Need for Speed World and all those other titles from the black box era that I really miss and I enjoy on another system, which I may or may not talk about someday. So yeah, Need for Speed Heat definitely has the physics of a Need for Speed game. Palm City is a wonderful interpretation of Miami, South Florida. Yeah, works for me. Number 3, The Crew Motorfest. Visually, I love the game. Really love it. Gameplay, no, I don't. No. The roads feel like they're wet all the time. The tires feel like they've got maybe 12 to 20% traction. It's a real mess. You can blow through corners, no problem. Wind up parking in somebody's front yard, no problem. Go off a cliff too easily. Everything has this wet grass kind of feeling to it. No. I still play it. Don't get me wrong. As much as I'm hating on it right now, I do play it. Nearly daily. Because, yeah. And number 4, last but not least, is Forza Horizon 5. Now, Horizon 5, I had high expectations just like I did with Motorsport. The problem I had is, it's a big map filled with a lot of nothing. Like, okay, I have never been to Mexico myself, so I don't really know how wide open it is, but they could have picked a different part of Mexico. Like, we have lots of open areas where it's just occupied by sagebrush, cactus, and sand. Sun-dried dirt. It's like, why? Huh? Why? The car selection is carryover from all the previous Motorsport and Horizons, and there's been a few new ones added in, you know, much to their credit, but it just, you know. So those are my top 4 games that I'm playing on my Series X. Oh, by the way, all these races, I won them. And if you'd like me to talk about the other systems I have, because I do happen to have something from Sony, and I do happen to have something that's IBM compatible, leave some comments. do you disagree with my choice of, as I was saying, slippery road? Yeah, this was not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Other suggestions. What are your comments on the 4 titles that I mentioned? Motorsport, Heat, Horizon 5, and Motorfest. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.